tracking expected
Good.
onto the
They're in.
initiate deployment.
No, not yet.
They're in.
Not yet.
No, they passed the 3,500
Alright, really good
300.
news there.
I
We
know.
have come
Not
out
yet,
of the
though.
Can you
blackout
guys be
period, and
quiet
we've
now?
reestablished connection with Dragon Endeavour, with NASA astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley on board.
Don't sleep, boy.
Iris, you can jump.
Don't sleep. No, just want to sleep.
We were able to reacquire that communication a little bit earlier than expected, and now we are just waiting. We should just be about 2.5 minutes away from that initial drogue chute deploy.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
AGPS has converged.
You may have heard earlier that Bob and Doug are currently experiencing 3.5 Gs. Not too bad, that's about what they pulled during the ascent phase. Just like a mild roller coaster.
That big moves now, Everest.
The vehicle is now over the Gulf of Mexico. It is approaching the landing zone off the coast of Florida near Pensacola. And there we have our first shot.
They're in.
There it is, the first view from the WB-57 airplane. It is dipping in and out a little bit. This is going to be an infrared camera showing us Dragon re-entering.
They're in.
Where?
We have that comm back with Bob and Doug. You heard AGPS.
There
is
should be an
converging.
infrared
Dragon
light.
has 3 GPS units that it uses actually in the parachute deployment process as it helps, along with the pressure sensors, really give a solid altitude to the flight computers on when these are supposed to deploy. We're standing by for the drogue chute deployments. We should be just
They're
under
off.
5 minutes away from splashdown.
It's detecting it over there.
Passing 15 kilometers, brace for drogue window.
No, they're in the atmosphere now.
Captain, we're ready.
Right there.
About 14 kilometers in altitude, 8.4 miles, continuing to descend.
There on your screen we have a shot of the capsule as it is preparing to deploy those initial parachutes, the drogue parachutes.
Yoo-hoo.
Again, these parachutes help slow the vehicle down
You're back.
even further and help stabilize in
That's why
preparation
you're
for
the-
main chute deployment.
You didn't melt.
Right about now, the capsule is going about 400 miles per hour, decelerating quickly.
The black thing, right?
Standing by for drogue deploys. Visual, 2 drogues out.
There on your
Yes,
screen
they're
we
there.
have visual confirmation of those 2 drogue deployments.
Alright, so 2 of 2, the drogues
Oh, there's
now
2.
out. They're going to do their slowing and stabilizing of the Dragon spacecraft. They should be detaching in just a few moments, and then we'll see 4 parachutes, the main parachutes deployed.
How does
Dragon
it
under
this stuff?
drogues.
What?
Drogue
Where?
descent
There's
rate
one
nominal.
at the same time.
No, I know, but how do you know that it's time to
4
deploy?
should be
Expected
4, right?
Descent rate, the expected velocity under the drogues nominal. We're right at around 150 miles an hour and already dropping. You
Wait, nahagbong.
can see the
No, that's
drogues
the
now
mix.
detach.
Shh, quiet,
There
guys.
we have confirmation of deployment of the 4 main parachutes.
Right there. You're going 4 now.
We are visual on 4 shoots out. We are visual. 4 main parachutes deployed.
Man, it's amazing. I thought it dropped.
Then we have the Bernie. Have you done it? The egg drop?
Yeah.
Oh, it's easy.
We do that.
No, Daddy dropped the throw at the
So
ground.
at
Quiet,
this point,
guys.
The main parachutes have deployed. They are inflating, as you can see there on your screen, continuing to slow Dragon down significantly. We are anticipating splashdown in just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
We've already slowed the vehicle down to about 16 miles an hour. It's already less than 1 kilometer in altitude. shoot decent rate nominal, passing through
Take
700
recliners.
meters.
Brennan, you know those rides that go up and down straight,
Yeah.
and I don't like them? I would.
So at this point,
keep my
Dragon has
kid.
saved all propulsion systems on board,
600 meters.
600 meters.
and we're 600 meters above the Gulf of Mexico.
Should be approximately a minute 30 from splashdown.
Mission control team here in Hawthorne has reported the precise landing coordinates to the recovery team. They are standing by, ready to go get our space dads.
100 meters.
Is that the capsule?
Yeah, the black one.
It's so tiny. It's huge, Sarah. I know. What are you gonna do?
Just passed about 300 meters. 1 minute till splashdown.
Meters. We are braced for splashdown.
Copy, brace for
Are
splashdown.
you happy, Daxon? You're happy?
So there we heard Bob and Doug reporting that they are bracing for a splashdown. You should be able to see the Gulf of Mexico here in the shot just momentarily, as we're now just about 20 meters off the ocean.
There you go.
Yay!
Splashdown.
Splash
As you
down.
can see on your screen, visual confirmation for splashdown.
Thank you, God.
6 copies of Conspirators, EC splashdown, and mains cut.
Dragon Endeavour has returned home. NASA
Yes.
astronauts Bob and Doug.
On behalf of the SpaceX and NASA teams, welcome back to planet Earth, and thanks for flying SpaceX.
Doon kayo matubag ko?
No, of course.
It's truly our honor and privilege to flight of the Crew Dragon Endeavor. Congrats everybody at
Wow, it's amazing.
all good. And we're into section of 4.800.
Thanks for those words, Doug, and we copy that you are into 4.800.
So great news all around there. Our space dads are back on Earth after a 19-hour return journey from space. Dragon Endeavour has splashed down in the Gulf of Mexico, just off the coast of Pensacola, Florida. And on your screen there, you can see our 2 fast boats, and they are indeed fast, racing out to greet Dragon Endeavour as it sits there. The first, there we can see a view inside the capsule. Bob and Doug looking good. Although the communication was a little choppy, we did hear.
SpaceX Endeavor in 3.1, we show ourselves in stable 1.
And SpaceX copies for vehicle assessment
Okay,
at
well,
3.1, stable 1. Good news. Stable 1, essentially, they're upright in the water. Stable 2, also another potential where it can be on its side or even upside down, but Dragon does have a water ballast system to keep it upright, where it's able to essentially pump seawater into bladders in the service section of the capsule. But they're upright. We already see the fast boats approaching. They touched down, came right on time at 11:48 a.m. Pacific, 18:48 UTC. Bob and Doug now in the water.
Ang
Recovery
parachute
ops,
ilang
they've
gikon,
already
Dad?
begun. We already see the fast boats starting to move in. We're still maintaining that good communication back with Bob and Doug and the team here in Hawthorne. Pretty soon we should be getting the go for them to move in, begin their hypergol sniffs, and begin wrangling up those parachutes. But we can see Bob and Doug inside the capsule, back on planet Earth.
It's amazing.
Yeah, those fast boats will be moving in to do a couple of things. They'll be performing what's known as a sniffer test. That's essentially to ensure that the air around the vehicle doesn't have any toxic fumes from the hypergolic propellants on board. So once we get the all clear from there, the water recovery lead will give the go for
Getting a free
approach,
ride.
and that's when the first fast boat will actually approach the capsule. hopefully give a little wave to Bob and Doug through the window. And one of the team members will actually climb on top of Crew Dragon and begin to place the rigging equipment necessary to hoist Dragon out of the water.
Oh, still getting a view from the WB, the airplane flying overhead. It gave us those great views of really our first views